As a society, we often focus on individualism and self-sufficiency. However, embracing interconnectedness and community can have transformative effects on our lives. To understand the secret of how to do this, let's take a journey to Southern Africa and learn about Ubuntu. The Nguni people are a Bantu ethnic group from South Africa, with offshoots in neighboring countries in Southern Africa. The African philosophy of Ubuntu has its roots in the Nguni Bantu word for being human. Ubuntu is a philosophy that emphasizes the interconnectedness of interdependence of all people. It's a belief that we're all part of a larger community and that our actions and decisions can have a ripple effect on others. The concept emphasizes the significance of community and teaches that a person is a person through others. In other words, society gives human beings their humanity. Ubuntu has been a part of African culture for centuries, and its principles have been passed down through generations. Archbishop Desmond Tutu, a Southern Africa social rights activist and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, popularized the concept of Ubuntu as a guiding principle for post-apartheid South Africa. According to Tutu, Ubuntu emphasizes the idea that we're all interconnected and interdependent, and that our well-being is tied to the well-being of others. Africans have a thing called Ubuntu. We believe that a person is a person through other persons. That my humanity is caught up, bound up, inextricably with yours. When I dehumanize you, I dehumanize myself. The solitary human being is a contradiction in terms. Therefore, you seek to work for the common good because your humanity comes into its own in community, in belonging, said Tutu. Ubuntu encourages individuals to treat others with compassion, respect, and dignity, and to recognize the humanity in every person, regardless of their race, ethnicity, or social status. It also emphasizes the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation, particularly in the aftermath of conflict or injustice. Ubuntu is deeply ingrained in African culture, and there are many examples of its principles in action. For example, in many African communities, it's common for extended families to live together and share resources. This is a way of ensuring that everyone has access to the resources they need, and it prioritizes the well-being of the community over individual needs. Additionally, many African communities have a strong sense of collective responsibility. This means that if someone in the community is struggling or in need, it is the responsibility of the community to support them. The impact of Ubuntu on society has been significant. In African communities, Ubuntu has been used to foster strong relationships, build trust, and promote social cohesion. It's also been used to promote social justice and equality. For example, during apartheid in South Africa, the principles of Ubuntu were used to resist the oppressive regime and promote unity and solidarity among oppressed communities. Ubuntu has also been used as a basis for restorative justice practices, which prioritize healing and reconciliation over punishment. In modern-day South Africa is often cited for politicians, public figures, and the general public as a catch-all phrase for the country's moral ideals, spirit of togetherness, ability to work together toward a common goal, or to refer to examples of collective humanity. Nelson Mandela, South Africa's first democratically elected president, encapsulated the many interpretations of referring to Ubuntu as an African concept that means the profound sense that we are human only through the humanity of others. That if we are to accomplish anything in this world, it will in equal measure be due to the work and achievements of others. Ubuntu emphasizes the interconnectedness and interdependence of all people. Therefore, this means that our actions and decisions can have a ripple effect on others. For example, if we prioritize our own needs over the needs of others, it can have negative consequences for the wider community. On the other hand, if we prioritize the needs of the community over individual needs, it can have positive consequences for the wider community. Embracing interconnectedness means recognizing that our well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others, and that we have a responsibility to consider the impact of our actions on the wider community. Adopting the philosophy of Ubuntu can have transformative effects on our personal lives. It can help us develop stronger relationships, build trust, and promote social cohesion. Can also help us become more empathetic and compassionate, which can improve our relationships and make us more effective leaders while improving our own well-being. Additionally, Ubuntu can help us develop a sense of purpose and meaning as we recognize our interconnectedness with others and strive to make a positive impact on the world. Applying Ubuntu in your life can be a transformative experience. Some ways to do this include prioritizing relationships and community over individualism and self-sufficiency, practicing empathy and compassion, and considering the impact of your actions on the wider community. Additionally, you can seek out opportunities to connect with others and build strong relationships, whether it's through volunteering, joining community organization, or simply reaching out to someone in need. By embracing Ubuntu and prioritizing community and relationships, we can create a more just and equitable world while finding new meaning in our own lives. Let us strive to live by the principles of Ubuntu and embrace interconnectedness.